Hello friends, and welcome back to my garden here in the fourth house on the right, where we're not quite homesteading, but we're pretty darn close. I am tapping in today because once again we're headed on the road for more basketball, so I'll be gone all weekend, and I want to once again show what's happening in the garden right now and things that I will be paying close attention to when we get back. So let's just jump right into what's going on in the garden. By the way, it's super duper hot today. That's why you see me with my little fans here, because there's a little bit of wind blowing. Let's see if you can see the trees. A little bit of wind blowing, but it's not cool wind. It's just like hot. Anyway, let's get going. Okay, first things first, let's head over to this side of the garden where I showed you that I put up this little, it's really more like a greenhouse, and then I moved all of the potted plants that had not yet sprouted, all the seeds that had not yet germinated. I moved them into the little greenhouse. The whole point of this was to cover up the squashes so that we can try to beat the vine borer this year. So I took that off because I need these things to get a little bit more sunlight and to get water from the sprinkler system, since I won't be here to do that. I gave everything a good drink already today, including, everything in the pots, the tomato there. I did not water this side. I will come and do that because I do have some cucumber babies in here that need a good drink. Same thing as before. I'm letting broccoli flower. And then there's another cucumber baby over here. So not a whole lot that we're watching on this side, because these are items that should be coming out soon, except for the cucumbers. And there's some radicchio over there somewhere that never did, but it germinated, but it's taking a really long time to take off. Anyway, so not a whole lot going on over there, just watching for those cucumbers. I did plant some okra over here, and one of them has already germinated. There it is. That's a red burgundy. So we'll be checking to see if we have anything else popping up on this side. This is super duper exciting. So this is my crystal apple cucumber, and it already has babies on it. Like, it's loaded with little babies all over the place, and where there aren't babies, there are flowers. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with this while I'm gone. And that little pea down there. It's been so hot, you guys, that I had seedlings coming up, and I water out here. Sometimes I hand water, but the sprinkler system runs every other day. And if I can't get out here and water, things just perish. It went from being really nice, balmy days. There was a hibiscus plant right here and a little hibiscus seedling, and it just got too hot. And it couldn't handle things. So this is the hibiscus that I have left, and it's under this dome, as you can see. And it's doing pretty good. You see that? It's doing pretty good. I'm going to leave that dome on there because I'm scared that one's going to perish as well in all this heat. As you can see, I'm watering everything in. These are more brassicas, which I'm absolutely amazed and surprised at the fact that they're still going strong. So again, broccoli, that's going to seed. That's a cauliflower back there. Can you see that? The cauliflower. And that's a cauliflower. I don't know. They just always surprise me. This one, I think, is just collards. Let's see if we can look down in there to see what I can show you. Yeah, it looks like this one might be just collards. This is absolutely amazing. This is my San Marzano, and once it took off, it took off. I showed you in another video how I was pruning this. I took off these lower limbs. That clears the air down below and helps to prevent fungal diseases, and helps with air circulation. So look at this. Look at all of the baby tomatoes coming on. Look at that. This is a San Marzano, like I said, and this is my first time ever growing this, and it won't be my last because it's doing absolutely great things. The sage bush I meant to cut back, but didn't get around to it. I don't want to cut it all the way back. I left it here, and I like the flowers because the bees love it. but it's also supposed to help with deterring pests, specifically the tomato hornworm, which is why I flanked each side of it with that San Marzano tomato. So I need to come down here and give these plants a drink and clean out this corner. I have tasked hubby with cleaning out that corner for me, or helping me to clean out that corner. This right here looks like something that I need to take care of. That does not look like a friendly. This is the last thing I'm going to share. These are purple bush beans, and look how pretty they are. I'm going to come out here and, oh, look how many. I'm going to come out here and harvest these before we leave, and hope that, and water them in again, and hope that they will produce, sorry, bugs, hope that they will produce more of these beautiful purple beans. So that's it. Now we know what we're paying attention to while we're gone, and I will see you on Monday with an update. Okay, we're back 4 days later, technically, because we got home really late last night. And you know that saying, no news is good news? Well, that saying is absolutely true, especially in this case. I have nothing really to report. We didn't lose anything. Everything continued to grow. There are a few things that didn't get enough water, but that's like the things that are very, very hardy, like my mint, and that will come back. So let's just take a quick look at what we have. Like I said, not too much to report. It looks pretty much the same as how we left it, except the cucumbers have started to grow a little bit better. I might be able to take the dome off of this one, but nothing to report, nothing going on. Look at that cauliflower back there, y'all. It's just, it's hanging on. This is what I was talking about. This mint just like completely dried up. I actually think I need to repot this, but this will, you see there's some green still on there. It'll start to grow back. I'm not worried about that at all. Let's keep it moving. The greenhouse frame is still standing, so that's great. We didn't have any crazy inclement weather. I do need to water. Things are very, very dry. And I can tell this because these little pots right here, the cell trays, they're super duper dry. Normally there would be some kind of moisture down in there. There's nothing. So I ran the sprinklers this morning, but that was just absolutely not enough. Everything is just doing what it's supposed to do otherwise. And look at this. The aroma is fruiting. And I just, today, earlier, I came out here and just kind of gave it a shake, because this is how, you know, this is how they get pollinated. This is how the tomatoes grow. The best thing, though, when I came back was to see the cucumbers starting to take off. I already came out and started to, like, just kind of tame the vine, because these were kind of going in different directions. And I do have this makeshift little arch here specifically for those cucumbers to climb across, and it'll be really pretty once it's all full with all of the pretty yellow flowers. And let's see if I can show you some of the babies that are already, oh, there's one that are already on here. They're tiny little babies, but they're there. Let's see, more down below. Like I said, they need water. And I planted this little pea here. I have no idea how that's supposed to grow. But this is what gardening is all about. This is one thing that I do love about it, is, you know, learning new things. The chard. Look at this. Somebody's been having a field day. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to come out here and pick some of this and have it for dinner tonight. We'll see. Otherwise, you guys, not a whole lot going on. Like I said, no news is good news. The hibiscus. Let's check on this really quickly. This makes me happy. She's growing. All right, I'm going to cover it back up because I don't want the birds or my sweet Lola to get to it. But that's doing pretty well. So my collards. No issues down here. Look. Oh my God. The San Marzano. It looks great, yeah? Looks like we have another little cluster up top. but again, just looks really great. Now, I'm going to come out here and cut this back. Oh, we have some bug damage. We have bugs. Houston, we have bugs. Look at that. They're everywhere. Those aphids, I'm not sure. Not sure. Anyway, it doesn't matter what they are. We got to come out here and deal with that. The other San Marzano. And earlier, there's a worm on here. I'm going to pull this tomato up and replant it. This is a Campari. That looks like a armyworm, actually. It doesn't even look like a hornworm. It's like an armyworm. But so I'm going to pull that up because clearly it's too little to defend itself. And that thing is going to town. I pulled another one off of there earlier today, so that's got to go. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. So it's really quite a nice day. Not super hot, but there are a few things, really just one or two things over there on that side that I need to deal with this week, because we'll be gone again next week. Of course we will. But other than that, like, I have no complaints, you guys. The garden is giving me what it's supposed to give me, and I'm trying to give it what I'm supposed to give it as well. We do great with some rain because that's the best water there is. But for now, I'm going to make sure that the sprinklers run. I ran them today. I'm going to make sure that they run tomorrow because that was not enough. And we'll see how it goes. Stay tuned for my next update. Oh, really quickly, I forgot to share this with you guys. Take a look. This right here was the tomatillos. This is a self-watering planter. I got this from my grandmother. I will never let it go. But this is purple tomatillos, I think, and they're looking great. And I put this is like a little arch that I got from Amazon. I think I have like 4, maybe 6 of them. And I put this in here, it fit perfectly, but just to keep a little bit of support for each one on the sides. And then I have a pot of basil that normally sits right here in the middle to help with pest control and things like that. And of course, because I love basil. But they look really great. Like, tons of flowers starting to come on there on each one of them. And yeah, each one of those flowers is going to turn into a tomatillo. So I did want to share that really, really quickly. Okay, so now I'll see you guys next time for the next update. Until then, thanks for watching, you guys. Bye.